Have you ever seen the movie Spaceballs? Love that movie. Slapstick, okay. Probably funnier when I was a kid, but it's still funny today. There's a moment in Spaceballs where Spaceballs 1 goes flying over the Winnebago, and they go to ludicrous speed, and then past ludicrous speed is plaid, and they're on the flying Winnebago, and one of the characters, I think it's the John Candy character, who plays was it Mog, half man, half dog. He's his own best friend. He says, "Oh, they've gone plaid, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone plaid." I don't know. Well, no, actually, I do know exactly where it started from. But let me tell you what inspired me just now. Okay, I've been working on the show for the past couple hours for Friday, and editing the comment line and things like that. And I saw this pop up, a show too far, right? It says MTV and hot water over teen sex, drugs, scenes in Skins. Apparently it's some new MTV movie or show. And one group said it's the most dangerous program that has ever been foisted on your children. So foisted, did I say that right? Foisted? Foisted on your children. Okay, I've never heard of this before. This is what happens when people make a big deal about something that is just now going to get them attention. Okay? You just end up drawing a bunch of attention to something that most people probably wouldn't have watched. Now, I'm sure there's an argument here to say that perhaps this has gone now to warn parents who may not have been aware of the explicit nature of the show, and therefore they wouldn't watch it. But at the same time, if you've got teenagers that are of an age where you're concerned about what they're watching, I'm fairly certain that if you're a responsible parent, you would make sure that you would know what they were watching, in which case you wouldn't have them watching this show. Sort of more to my point, just watching everything that's taken place, and I know this has been dominating the news in the show, and we've been able to get back to some regular news of the day, but it's amazing to me to watch, again, this continued blatant hypocrisy, people being irrational. Everybody's just come unhinged. And I hope that it is all heading towards sort of that pendulum swing where we go so far one direction, where we go plaid, that it swings back and everybody goes back to things as normal. You know, nothing is going to change. Barack Obama at the Memorial Pep Rally talked about using a different tone. And then you get this Democratic senator on the House floor comparing the GOP to Nazis and the way they spread lies over and over and over again. I mean, it's just, yeah, this is what happens. This is how politics works. This is, people act stupid and say stupid things all the time. And then we, taxpayers, talk show hosts, media, go and say, hey, that was dumb. You should really not say those types of things. Civility pacts, stupid. Calls for civility and unity, useless. Personal responsibility is what we need to be gravitating towards. Rugged individualism is what we need to be gravitating towards. You want to call somebody a name? Fine, prove it. I don't have a problem with you calling somebody an idiot or stupid or calling them out. But you better make sure you've got a reason for doing so. You know, people call me a racist constantly, hate monger. I had the editor of Arizona Bilingual the Monday after the event who lumped me along with like Frank Antonori and Brewer and Tom Horn and John Hoopenthal as somehow all related to what happened on Saturday. I mean, this is the editor of a magazine. It just the reckless abandonment of rational thought and it is just the reckless abandonment of rational thought and accountability. You know, I had Shoshi call my show, talk about what a hate monger I was. and all the horrible things that I say. And she said she could send me a laundry list of things that I've said on my show last week. And she would do that. Never got it. And I never will get it. I ask for people constantly to give me examples of the horrible, awful things that I say on the show, and I never, ever get it. But they're still so quick to go out there and cast judgment. Again, if you want to call somebody a name, back it up. And the more and more I watch all this buffoonery that took place from after last Saturday, the more and more I see that the whole thing that set this thing aflame were the comments made by Pima County Sheriff Clarence Dupnick. I hope the emails that... No, I don't even want to say that. I hope he's understanding now the weight of which those words carry, how heavy those words were, and how they do have consequences. Because the reality is, if he hadn't have made those statements, there are plenty across the country who wouldn't have been given a pass to go and carry on the ridiculous assertions that he made. He started off by calling us a mecca of hatred and bigotry, and everybody ran with it. Because they said, well, if he's saying it, then it must be true. He's the Pima County Sheriff. He would know. He lives in the area. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying we still wouldn't have had this whole blame game going on and everything else. I'm sure we would have, but he certainly gave rise here in southern Arizona, and plenty of people who simply don't like the fact that people don't agree with them are reason to go and take aim at people like myself and others. Because the bottom line is it all came back down to politics. The bottom line is it all came back down to people who simply saw a means to go and say, you need to be more civil. Why? And the only reason why was because they don't like the fact that we don't agree with them politically. And that's it. That editor for that magazine, everybody he named off was somebody who was absolutely diametrically opposed to the way that he thinks. It wasn't about hate, it was about politics. And now he had a reason to go and call out those individuals and say, yeah, you're part of the problem. Why? Because you don't agree with me. We've gone plaid. And I only pray that it ends up turning a corner and it goes the other direction. I thought we were, but again, I just sat back and I went, nope, apparently not. Apparently we're still going to act dumb for a little while and base it off of what happened last Saturday. It's ridiculous. All right, there, I vented. Sorry, was that hateful? Was there a lot of rhetoric and vitriol in that? Are you tired of hearing those words? I know that I am. Thanks for watching. Bye.